Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to stab the motor into the mad smashed up Mustang. Now we were thinking about cleaning up everything in here, but we already kind of cleaned everything up, got rid of most of the grease and stuff. But as you see here, that's Bondo, and underneath the Bondo it looks like that. So when we have the fenders off, we are going to repair all this damage. Yeah, see, there's damage there and damage there, and we will worry about that later. I know everything needs to be painted up. We're going to remove all the MSD and the coil and everything because we want to put the battery back up front, but there is plenty of room on this side to put all the MSD stuff. So there's a transmission, C4 transmission. As you can see, it's got a little tiny converter in it. The motor mounts are in. We're going to have to rewire all this stuff because that's the battery wire coming from the back, and that's the battery wire going to
the trunk.
I know, but where's that one? I don't quite understand that. Is one negative, one's negative, one's positive? I don't know. We're gonna eliminate it anyway, so it doesn't matter. There's a video on the channel. We'll be putting the export brace in. That was real fun. I have not put the tops back on yet. So over here we have the engine crane. Drew, the engine crane that has been modified to work in the gravel driveway. And there's G Junior. Hold on, there we go. Okay. He's got that. Lift the brakes off. So it's Memorial Day weekend. It's been raining all weekend long. So we're gonna try to get, we're caught on something over there. We go. All right.
A lot of water.
It looks like we got a little bit of water underneath there. Huh. Well, we'll be sure to spin it over and be sure that we get a, make sure that no water went down the carburetor. Huh?
Valves look okay.
Yeah, I don't know where the water came from. It could just be...
They're a little moist.
They could just be condensation, but you can see the condensation. Yeah. So, we got to figure out where we need to put the flywheel. I mean, the torque converter to line up with the holes. I see this has 3 places for drains, but that torque converter does not have a drain. So we'll have to figure that out. So we are going to have to take the engine crane out, get the motor out, then put the engine crane. I have modified the engine crane with this piece of metal. There's a modification channel video on the channel to plug into here. So let us get all the stuff out and we'll come back. Okay, as you see the time warp, we got the engine out, blah, blah, blah. Well, we had an epic fail. My F-150 is rusty and crusty, and the frame back here is weak, and it actually bent the trailer hitch down where the frame went whoop, because this isn't a box frame. You know, these things are only supposed to handle 500 pounds. And a pull, of tongue weight. And I guess that was a little bit more than 500 pounds, and the truck is rusty and crusty. So it kind of bent the frame up there. I don't think it did really any damage to the truck besides just bending that one lip. So we got the motor out. So plan 2 is we're gonna try the Escalade. So we're gonna get all set up with the Escalade and come back. Okay, so the problem that we're having is that this hole needs to be here to give us kind of the angle. It's great when you're pulling motors out, but when you're putting motors in, it doesn't work too well. And as you can see, I think I really need to redo this. This wheel is almost touching the ground. We need to put like a support wheel. And I think if I would have had a support wheel, the frame would have bent up on my F-150. This thing is definitely a low rider now. We're gonna try to get the engine jacked up in the front. If not, we're going to have to find a chain to run from here to there to try to get the front of the engine up. So we're going to play with it for a little while off camera to see if we can get it kind of lined up. Alrighty, with prying and jiggling, and we had to take the valve covers off to clear the export brace. If you look right down here, I just was underneath getting the torque converter bolts lined up. We have one of the transmission bolts over here started and one over there. So basically we almost have the motor in. Let's take a look here. The mount is going to drop right down as soon as we get rid of the jack, but we're going to go ahead and tighten up some of the transmission bolts. Here, let me circle around to the other end. Oh, boy, what a tight fit this transmission is. So then over here above the starter, I was able to get that bolt started right there. That bolt started right there. And then from there, we jiggled the engine back and forth, crawled underneath with a hook tool, got the converter lined up. And as you can see, it's about lined up. So all we have to do now is get the rest of the transmission bolts in and somewhat tight. Because once the transmission's tight and down, there's a mile of room here to get to them. So we're just going to get them all snug, and then we're going to drop the engine down. We'll come back after we get the engine dropped all the way down. Okay, so we got a couple of the bolts started. We got the torque converter lined up. He just took the jack down off the transmission. Right here, put your hands on the motor and try to keep the motor right there. I'm going to go ahead and let this jack down, which actually isn't holding anything.
We're actually really close to lining up on this engine mount right here.
I know. You ready? Here we go. Just guide it. I'm going to let it down. We're going to let it down. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
It just went. I think it just went.
Well, my side wasn't going. I can see that. Let me come on over here on this side.
My side wasn't going in.
Let's see where mine is. Oh, mine's lined up. I just got to let it down a little bit more. Here, you're over there. You want to let it down a little bit more?
Sure.
Oh, right there. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can get my bolt through. We might have to. Hey, okay, come up just a hair. Up a hair. Okay. Up a hair. Come on. Yep, okay, a little bit, a hair more.
More?
Yeah. All right, hold on. Come grab the water pump and pull it toward you. I've got the bolt started, but it just needs to... Okay, hold on a second. Here, take and see if you can get your... Well, is your bolt lined up and started? See if you can get that bolt in there.
Was it like this? It starts like this?
Yeah. I am so close. The motor just needs...
Nope.
Okay, what's wrong with your hole? Is it you need to go up, down, what?
I think if you just keep going down, it should just go right.
I gotta see. I need. Where's that screwdriver? Hand me that screwdriver.
This one?
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Because when we first lowered it, I was lined up.
Okay, let me get this one. I think if I can get this screwdriver in here, I can get this one.
Yeah, I don't think I can shove the screwdriver.
Can you wiggle the motor again? I've got it started. It's almost all the way through. There, it just went. It just went, but I dropped the nut, of course. All right, so what do you need? Do you need to go down, up, what?
I think I could just go down, and it should literally just go right back into position.
All right, do we have a... Did I give you your nut or not?
No, you've not given me a nut.
All right, that's your nut. My nut's on the floor in there. Great, our nuts are on the floor. All right,
or you can look at it for yourself, but I'm pretty sure because the way we lowered it the first time, it was almost lined up.
all right, let me see. Where are we?
See?
Okay, we need to come down. All right, you ready? Here, let's get it. Just here, keep your hands out of there for right now. Here, let's look. Let's go ahead and.
That's probably good.
Now you know something. The motor's got to come towards you. The motor physically needs to go like that. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to be able to move it or not. Try it again. Nope. You know something? I just don't like this engine crane here anymore. We really need to put a front foot on this thing. So you know what we can do? We've got everything in. It's all lined up. Let's get this out of here.
Whoa, what about the hook?
We got to disconnect the hook.
Yeah,
So
well,
you're going to have to come back some on the truck.
No, I think I got it.
You got it?
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Here, let's pull your truck forward. Let's get this out of here. And we can use the block of wood and the floor jack to try to get that last one in. All right, go. You're clear. Come on, go. Go, go, go. Keep going. Keep going up. All right, that's good right there. All right. So it looks like the motor needs to go this way to get this other bolt in. Oh, let's make sure that the transmission isn't separated. Okay, the transmission is not separated. That's good. So yeah, the motor's got to come this way. So here, get back over where you were. You have the camera still on.
Okay.
Let me get the floor jack. And we'll just put this
Like I said, I thought for sure it was going to just fall back in position, but it never works that way.
No, it never works that way. All right, here we go. Couple inches, couple inches, couple inches. All right, I'm contacted. What do we got?
Can you hold it right there? Well, it's better.
Yeah, but it's not lined up.
It's still not lined up.
All right, well here, let me see what's
Because
going
before
on.
you were way off.
Well, I know. See, this one here I had to beat out. Let me see where this one is. And see, this one won't even come.
Jack, well, maybe go like this as you're pumping it.
You know, you'd think these are the motor mounts that were in the car, and we didn't put any pressure on them, that it should line right back up.
Yeah.
Let me. All right, hold on a second and get in here.
That's a good idea. More piece of wood.
No. Okay, am I doing anything?
No, not really. No.
Yeah, I don't want to put this against the aluminum head.
Yeah.
I don't want to crack the aluminum head, and I know that's what would happen. Well, here, let me.
Are you sure?
Let me jack it up farther.
Yeah, now you're way off.
Come down a little bit. Yeah, see, I see the hole. See, the hole is way up here. So,
Well, my thinking is you don't think
oh, do you know what
get
might
the jack back in here and hook it up?
You know what
this
might
way?
have happened? When I put the export brace in, I pushed everything back to where it was supposed to be, and now this hole's off. That's exactly what's happened. Because I had to jack the shock towers out big time to get that new export brace in. So we're going to have to finagle with this. It's going to take some time. We might have to take this bracket loose and then retighten it. All right, I guess you all heard that. I put the export brace in this without the motor in, and I had to jack the towers out big time. So now the motor mounts aren't lining up. This one lined up, but this one is like a whole hole off. So we're gonna have to play with it. So I'm almost out of battery, so I think we'll leave this here. We got the motor stabbed back in. The next motor is, we'll start hooking everything up to fire up the Mustang. No, not the Mustang. The Mustang's at work. Hey, but be sure to go see the playlist on the Mustang. This is the Mad Mustang, the angry Mad Mustang. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do that in that corner there. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the automotive videos, and we'll get this all buttoned up, and we'll catch you on the next one.